Number one, let's start with what happened yesterday, because she has gone viral, all right? She's gone viral over Hot Girls Eat Arby's. Yeah, she was wearing this outfit, this arrangement into the Chicago Sky game. Of course, the Indiana Fever, I would like to say, beat the brakes off the Sky, but really it felt like they underachieved a good bit yesterday.
Let's start with what happened yesterday, because Sophie Cunningham didn't just go viral. She set the internet on fire. And the spark? A t-shirt that read, "Hot Girls Eat Arby's." Yeah, that's it. A simple slogan, curly fries, and one WNBA player walking into a Chicago Sky game casually redefined sports marketing.
Sophie Cunningham's t-shirt became a marketing phenomenon. Sophie Cunningham currently plays for the Indiana Fever and has now become one of the most recognizable WNBA players. And for Barbie night, she pulled up wearing a shirt that said "Hot Girls Eat Arby's," and the internet lost it. But here's the real backstory. A few months earlier, Sophie posted a video rating Arby's. And that video is just her being authentic in herself. And that puppy went viral.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and give Arby's a solid 9 out of 10.
Then following this, the phrase "Hot Girls Eat Arby's" started flying around. And it turns out that Arby's has been saying this since 2023.
Sure, the Indiana Fever technically beat the Sky, but they underperformed. Yet the real headline wasn't the scoreboard, it was Sophie. So what do you get when you mix curly fries, a slogan tee, and WNBA drama? Apparently, 800,000 reasons to believe Sophie's Arby's moment just broke the league. This wasn't just beef. It was roast beef, and someone out there is definitely salty. Let's get into it. Sophie Cunningham, now with the Indiana Fever, is suddenly one of the most recognizable faces in the WNBA.
Well, we know somebody that has gotten ridiculously popular this year with the Indiana Fever. I made a prediction that she was going to be the second most popular player on this team by the end of the year. And then, of course, there was the big incident during the Connecticut Sun game. And by the end of that game, she was known as Caitlin Clark's enforcer, right? The one that's got her back. At times, it feels like the only one that's got her back, if I'm being quite honest.
Her moment began with a now viral shirt, "Hot Girls Eat Arby's," worn courtside at the Chicago Sky game. But here's the backstory. A few months ago, Sophie posted a lighthearted video rating Arby's food. She was just being her authentic self. "I think I'm going to go ahead and give Arby's a solid 9 out of 10. That video blew up. And soon enough, "Hot Girls Eat Arby's" wasn't just a joke. It was a movement, a full-on slogan. And while Arby's had used the phrase before in 2023, it didn't land like this until Sophie made it cool. From athlete to cultural phenomenon.
Sophie Cunningham has broken the internet in multiple ways over the last day. All right, the other day, before the Chicago Sky game, this Barbie, and let's be real, let's be honest. If you were going to cast somebody as Barbie, there's a good chance you'd take a long, hard look at Sophie Cunningham.
Somewhere along the line, the WNBA has drifted from basketball to something else. Social media drama, choreographed TikToks, long fake lashes after shooting 2 for 10. It's performance art now. And then Sophie enters the frame. No drama, no facade, no PR meetings, just curly fries, good vibes, and authenticity.
Let's talk about Arby's. She is now on the Arby's payroll. Decided that it was a match made in roast beef heaven. Hot Girls Eat Arby's. No knock on Arby's, Sophie, but if you give Arby's 9 out of 10, I'll take you to Racks. I'll buy you some Racks, and I think you will find that Hot Girls probably eat Racks. Arby's has a new spokeswoman, and it just so happens to be Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, that's right. Sophie Cunningham, who took to her social media to discuss how much she enjoyed a trip that she made to Arby's. And
she didn't cross anyone over. She walked into the league's psyche in a t-shirt and casually dismantled the narrative. She became known as Caitlin Clark's enforcer during that infamous game against the Connecticut Sun, a role she embraced with pride. When Caitlin Clark got slammed to the floor, Sophie was the one who stepped up.
700,000 followers overnight. I don't know if you guys knew, she had like 300 or something less than 48 hours ago. Insane. The enforcer has arrived. And she even posted like twice since then, bro. she's totally taken it to a whole new level. Like, Caitlin Clark has a new star. This is like a new star in the WNBA. People ain't gonna like it. People aren't gonna like it. Trace Leches, you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexi Hull, which, by the way, kind of was obsessed with her before she even came along.
She's not just playing ball, she's setting the tone, the beauty and simplicity. While others try to build brands through Twitter beef or manufactured rivalries, Sophie just shows up. She posts twice, gains 500,000 followers, and becomes the hottest name in WNBA merch. This isn't about glam. Sophie isn't trying to be viral. She's accidentally iconic.
And one thing I like about Sophie is that she's tough. So when Caitlin Clark last week, or not last week, a couple days ago, when Caitlin Clark got destroyed, her girl Sophie came to her defense, and this was the most beast mode thing that I've seen a woman do in WNBA history. Now, Sophie, who's my one of my favorites now, she's become one of my favorite WNBA players. I'm gonna watch her too, like I watch Caitlin. Look at what she did, and people may not say that this was in response or whatever the case may be, but I feel like Sophie is like, you want to play?
And let's be honest, she fits the mold of Barbie better than half the influencers who try. Blonde, tough, charming, and unapologetically herself. That fresh air you felt? Yeah, it was Sophie blowing through the stale marketing smoke with a roast beef sandwich and a smile. The Arby's deal was no accident. Let's be clear, Sophie didn't just wear a shirt. She executed a marketing masterclass. Arby's noticed. They signed her. She's now officially on their payroll.
To the arena yesterday, wearing that. There she is right there. Let's just bring this up. Over at Tater Report. There she is right there. Hot Girls Eat Arby's. I can only imagine, and I have no idea. I would assume this is some kind of sponsorship with Arby's, right? Right there. I don't know. The roast beef sandwich jokes just sort of write themselves at this point. And just like that, I want a cheddar melt.
The viral moment became a partnership, a low-effort, high-reward branding win. She didn't need glitter, filters, or extensions. She needed clarity, precision, strategy. While the rest of the league scrolls TikTok for the next trend, Sophie's playing 4D chess with curly fries. The authenticity revolution. Caitlin Clark's rise cracked the door open. Sophie kicked it off its hinges. Because what fans want, what they crave, isn't more drama. They want real athletes, ones who grind, who don't need theatrics to earn your respect. Sophie is what happens when a player becomes undeniable.
I will say that when you are good at basketball, you're pretty, and you got grit, those three things make you bad to the bone. And I think this is one of it's new trends that's going on in the WNBA, in my personal opinion, is that not only will you be good at basketball, but you also, some of these women will look like women, right? And you still look like dudes. But now they look like beautiful women that are playing basketball. And one thing I like about Sophie is that she's tough.
Not because of gimmicks, but because she understands the moment. She adds value, not noise. And some players? They're realizing maybe they weren't the franchise after all. Maybe they were just a filler episode in Sophie's breakout season.
Let's take a look, because Arby saw this and decided that it was a match made in roast beef heaven.
Like, not bad.
They weren't dissuaded, obviously, by the little shade that she threw at them there between enjoying her yummy sandwich, saying that she went away. She doesn't have it often for obvious reasons. Well, what are those obvious reasons, Sophie? Anyway, she is now on the Arby's payroll.
The backlash was predictable. Of course, the backlash came. Gatekeepers who begged for attention suddenly got picky when someone they didn't script went viral. Petitions to have Sophie removed from the league. Petty Twitter fingers calling her foul disgusting. But guess what? Her jersey sold out that same night. The fans are rallying around her, not running away.
If you can see right here, that's Sophie Cunningham. She is the teammate of the year, or at least the Caitlin Clark she is. After Caitlin Clark was pushed to the ground and poked in the eye in the first half of a game against the Phoenix Mercury, she actually late in the game assaulted one of the Phoenix Mercury players in retaliation. And fans loved it. They ate it up. Because look at this. If you look closely, her following on TikTok went from over 300,000, which was great, to almost well over 800,000, probably at 1 million now.
Because she represents something refreshing, something real. She's not chasing fame, she's redefining it. Sophie doesn't need to trend. She becomes the trend. She's not winging it.
So Caitlin Clark's teammate Sophie Cunningham's jersey has officially sold out on the Fever website. And this comes the same week as the chippy foul that led to some ejections at the end of the game. It was a bit of a revenge foul taken up for Caitlin Clark after a hard foul on the other end. And then immediately a petition online from the Caitlin Clark haters to have Sophie Cunningham removed from the WNBA. They're trying to get folks to sign it. They said what she displayed tonight was disgusting. And yeah, it was a hard foul, but now it has the Caitlin Clark fans rallying around her, buying up her jerseys to the point they've officially sold out. Fortunately for this petition, I think they just turned Sophie Cunningham into a new WNBA A-list superstar.
She's executing a blueprint, purposefully, intelligently. She's not relying on Caitlin Clark's coattails. She's elevating the entire Indiana Fever brand. No tantrums, no scripted feuds. Just basketball, grit, and an Arby's shirt that outperformed every WNBA campaign in recent memory, while the league scrambles to stay relevant with forced storyline.
Sophie Cunningham's jersey is going to sell out tonight. The people have been waiting for this. If the refs are not going to do their job, the players are going to have to be the enforcers themselves. This game was chippy from the beginning, and the refs did not do their job.